Good afternoon, everybody. It's your friend Sheep Ludes. I don't know what to say right now. I bestow upon you the Titan set. This is probably the most pay to win set that I think I've ever seen. I know it sounds like I'm being reactionary, but I'm not. I really do think this is the most pay to win set that we may have ever seen in my team. They are clearly hurting financially. Let's get underway. Let's talk about each individual player. Let's talk about if they're going to be fun, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, if you want to stay tuned for some updates about the channel, talking about scheduling the future of this channel, stay to the end of the video, man. It's all good. Markel Fultz, Xavier McDaniels, cool, I guess. Bruce Bowen, Hassan Whiteside, Josh Jackson. Okay, dude, why is Josh Jackson in the Titans set? I have to ask, Luol Deng, Jalen Rose, Gerald Wallace. That's cool. I like Gerald Wallace. Tyson Chandler, Michael Redd. Then we get to the big boys. See, those are all the affordable cards I just talked about, right? Now let's talk Dark Matters. We got Dirk Nowitzki, Yao Ming, and Ben Simmons. When I said that this is the most pay-to-win pay-to-win set we've ever seen, I mean it. Like, Yao is the most broken card in this game, straight up. Taco's pretty close, and T-Mac's up there too, but I think just from not even having to know what you need, not even having to know the intricacies of the game, Yao is just that broken, Same with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is going to standing dunk everybody. So let's just get underway. Let's talk about the lower tier cards that majority of us will actually be able to afford and probably pack, and then we'll talk about the cards no one's going to have. Markel Fultz, 6'4", 6'10", wingspan. I actually like his release this year. Ron Artest, Glenn Rice have it. Same with Luke Walton. That's a release I'm really comfortable with. Now, that being said, do I care that much about a pink diamond Markel Fultz when Ben Simmons quite literally exists right here and is going to be able to shoot threes? No, I don't. He'll be fun enough. I'm sure he'll be a pretty good offline card. He's usually pretty fun. I'm sure he'll be cool for clutch time. And if you play a team that doesn't have Ben Simmons, I'm sure he'll be just fine. But whatever. Xavier McDaniels, 6'9", 7 foot wingspan. I think I would be a little bit more stoked on Xavier McDaniels if Thurl Bailey didn't just come out. That being said, his player build is huge. He's 6'9", but he looks like as big as Thurl Bailey. Jump shots, Isaiah Roby. I don't know if they change that. They might. I guess we'll see. They'll probably just leave it the same and put it on very quick, which I think is a release I actually kind of liked. I mean, maybe it was just out of necessity because I used George Gervin, but X-Man should be good. He's going to be a lockdown defender. He's going to be pretty big. He's going to be able to get rebounds and stuff, but when you're running into people running Bol and Ilgauskas, I don't know how good he's going to be at that point. Realistically, regardless how good X-Man is, he's probably just going to be a poor man's Thurl Bailey, And Thurl's already only 20K, so... Sorry, I don't mean to be very pessimistic when talking about these players, but when you look at the top-heavy nature of this set, it's really hard to not be pessimistic, I'm working on it. Let's do Luol Deng. We'll just go left to right. Luol Deng, 6'9", 7 foot wingspan at the shooting guard. He's going to have Donovan Mitchell release, which I actually like the release on him. They might change his release. I don't know what they're going to give him if they do, or they'll just keep it the same. He'll be able to move better. He plays really good defense. I think Luol will be really solid. It's just, at this stage, with the amount of shooting guards that we've received, it's hard to really get excited about Luol Deng. I think this card came out probably a month late, He should be really good, though. I think he's going to be one of the better, 3-and-D shooting guards you can get for a budget. So that's going to be pretty cool. Then we got Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose is probably the guy that I'm maybe most excited about from the lower tier side of things. The reason I say that is because he's 6'8", 7 foot wingspan. He's big. He's got Tony Parker release, which I actually think it's pretty solid. I think people don't really gel with this release, but it's pretty good, especially on a bigger guard. They probably end up changing it, if I'm being honest. I'm not sure what they're going to give him, but they probably change it. But he's got excellent defensive tendencies, dude. Defensive tendencies are fantastic. He's going to be a phenomenal budget card, but once again, the fact that we have Ben Simmons in the set just kind of absolutely eradicates any hype. But I can say, Jalen Rose is going to be on the upper echelon of 6'7" and above guards, especially for budget guys. He's probably going to be better than Joe Ingles and Luke Walton and Josh Giddey. He's basically going to be Josh Giddey with a better jump shot, which excites me. Sean Livingston, he's probably going to be better than all those guys, or at least at the same comparable level. So that's cool. I guess that's like the one positive takeaway that I could really come away with. I don't know, man. Honestly, it's really hard to talk about this set because I just know I'm not pulling any of these cards, and it's like annoying. So we'll talk about like Gerald Wallace, Tyson Chandler, some of the other cards. I mean, Tyson Chandler would have been exciting like 2-3 weeks ago, but we gotten so many like 7 foot to 7'3" centers in the last couple weeks that it's like all the excitement's kind of gone. Same with like Michael Redd. I feel like the bottom half of this set would have been fire if this was like 2 months ago, you know? But because it's now, you know, it's not really that. Is there even a Josh Jackson in this game? Okay, I guess we're going back to 22 for Josh Jackson, dude. I have no idea. When was the last time we saw a Josh Jackson in the game? Oh, here we go. We got a Josh Jackson in the mix. Okay. Good stuff. We'll just look at Hassan Whiteside and whatever. We do have a Hassan Whiteside. That's what's up. And who's the final one? Oh, Bruce Bowen. Honestly, Bruce Bowen is like hella boring. 6'7", 6'10" wingspan. He's going to play lockdown defense again. I actually don't know if they keep his jump shot. I think this jump shot is good personally. Like the Quindary Witherspoon release, I thought it was nice. He'll be a very, very good budget 3-and-D like wing or guard, but there's not a whole lot to get excited about here. I mean, we're just getting kind of chock full of like 6'7" and above shooting guards at this point. So he should be like 3,000 MT though. If you were rocking like an extreme budget squad, this is your boy for sure. I might try to do like an extreme budget squad builder. I mean, I am straight up trash, straight cheeks at this game. If I can win with these players, like you can too for sure. Gerald Wallace should be good. Once again, I feel like just like Luol Deng though, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, just absolutely yoked for no reason, dieseled. It's just a little too late for him to be really relevant. I don't know if they keep his release, the Jalen Noel release. I actually think this release isn't bad. Like people loved Justin Jackson, heavy. You know? So it's possible they kind of keep the release. I think he'll be like really solid, but overall not spectacular. I think people are going to get excited about him because he's going to be affordable. And I've been looking forward to using Gerald Wallace. What team does he play for? Hornets, nice. Tyson Chandler, 7'1", 7'3" wingspan. He's got Marcus Morris senior release, which I'm assuming they changed. They could just keep it on very quick though. Not really sure. He should be good. He should be fun. It's just like we've gotten Sabonis, we've gotten Peter Goodmanson, we've gotten Mo Bamba. You know, we've just gotten all these big men already. Hakeem, most people have gotten, or at least a good portion of it. So it's like hard to get excited about Tyson Chandler. The one exciting thing is he plays for Dallas. So I don't know if 2K ever gives us anything to grind. At least we'll have like a Dallas big man to use, which that's asking a lot. I don't know. Michael Redd, 6'6", 6'9" wingspan. Once again, another shooting guard. Don't know what they're going to do with his release. Maybe they give him this Balmoro release. I would assume they change it in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what release they give him. Like let's look at the shooting guards we received for like interdimensional or something. Like who's a shooting guard that we got? Oh, Mike Miller. Yeah, Kyle Lowry release maybe. Maybe the same release Battier got, like Saban Lee, something of that nature. He should be fine, I guess, you know. Josh Jackson, 6'8", with a 6'8" wingspan. Is he a shooting guard? Yeah, just another 6'8" shooting guard. He had 81 last year, so we had the LaMelo base last year. So I actually think they probably give him LaMelo base again, so I think he might be pretty good. They might switch him up, though. I don't know. Hard to say. I mean, every card that comes out now is going to be very similar. Michael Jordan dribble style, like a little bit of a difference between like escapes and like size ups and stuff, but for the most part they're all going to be the same. Josh Jackson should be all right. Hassan Whiteside, I mean, this one could shoot threes, so I would assume Hassan Whiteside can shoot threes. He's got his own release. They probably keep it. I have no idea. 7 foot with a 7'7" wingspan, so he's going to be a pretty solid budget big man if they allow him to shoot threes, but I guess we'll find out. Once again, it's just like I see Yao Ming up here. It's really hard to get excited, you know? Extremely hard. All right. Let's talk about the big boys now. Dirk, Yao. And Ben Simmons. And we'll check the market after this. So Ben Simmons, 6'11". I hate Ben Simmons, dude. I really do. I hate 2K Ben Simmons. 2K Ben Simmons is the GOAT. Literally the best basketball player in the entire history of the NBA. Is 2K Ben Simmons and 2K Yao Ming. Swear to God, that's Dirk. But whatever. He's going to be able to shoot. He's got his own release. I'm assuming they keep it. So here's my prediction. Ben Simmons, the difference obviously is going to be shooting between Hero and regular Ben Simmons, right? But I think the other difference is that Hero Ben Simmons is going to have a different jump shot than this one. So I think the regular Ben Simmons is going to have Ben Simmons base and probably just be missing shooting badges but still be able to shoot, right? Probably like an 83 three-pointer or something. But Hero Ben Simmons will have like KPJ release or some crazy cracked out release. LaMelo base or just something that's not right with like Ben Simmons upper so it looks like Ben Simmons jump shot, and then it'll have shooting badges like range and stuff. I don't want that to be the case, but unfortunately it probably is, so just kind of internalize that and just accept that that's gonna happen, right? Dirk should be fun. I wish it was Opal Dirk, like 98 overall Opal Dirk, because I feel like Dark Matter Dirk's not going to be that hyped anyway. Maybe I'm wrong about that. He's going to be good. They're probably going to keep the Bielinka release, which he's still the only person who has for some reason. I don't know. It's a good release, I thought. He's going to be good. He's going to be a very solid big man, but it's just like people are running Taco at power forward, so Manute Bol's coming out, so I feel like he'll be on the cheaper side, just due to that, so that's cool, I guess. When I say cheaper side, I mean like 300, 400K. That's the cheaper side for Dark Matters with the terrible odds that we have this year. Yao Ming. Pain. I know I didn't just get off work to just see Yao Ming coming out tomorrow, you know what I mean? Like, oh God, you know those odds are going to be horrendous. The paramount difference between Yao and Hero Yao, if I had to guess, would be shooting badges like limitless range, things of that nature. I think defensively he'll be fine. It might be a speed difference, like regular Yao is going to have 80 speed and like Hero Yao is going to be like 94 speed or something. Regardless, both these cards are going to be broken. I think this one's just going to be like a slightly better badged version of Eclipse Yao, which Eclipse Yao is quite literally still the best center in the game, so it doesn't really matter. He's now going to be the second best center in the game because the better center is just an improved version of himself, so that's fun. And then the Hero one's probably going to be so fast. Or they're going to change the Hero one's release, so the Hero one won't have Robert Williams' release. It'll have like some other big man release, which is horrifying. If I had to guess, let's see. Let's take a look. When did we get a big man last? Maybe they give him Bol release. Maybe. They'll probably give him something else. Let me find another big man. Maybe they give him like Garnett's or like Jokic's release. I think those are really popular. I'm trying to see like which big man release would they give him that people really liked. Hakeem I don't think is really an improvement by any means, so I would say if they're gonna improve his release, I don't know, let me know down in the comments if you know what release he's gonna get, but regardless, God, it's so painful. 7'6", 7'9" wingspan, he's 310 pounds, he's the biggest center in the game, he's gonna be nigh impossible to stop. Honestly, if I load up and I see Dark Matter Yao Ming, I'm out. Instantaneous quit. Before the game even starts, you're not getting your win. I don't care. You know, you can call me a coward, and I am, but still, it's just like, dude, come on. Let's go take a look at the market. God, I wonder how much Eclipse Yao is going to be after tomorrow. By the way, he's still going to be over 100K. Just going to say that. Anyone who thinks that he's going to drop below probably 300K is very mistaken because these cards are not going to drop from packs at all. So like I was at work and then I realized, oh, they announced the new packs. I wonder what they're going to be. And then when I saw Yao Ming, I was already like, oh my God, but I kind of expected it. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then I looked and I saw Ben Simmons too. And then I saw the budget cards and they're all kind of like low-key trash as far as like hype goes. I mean, some of them are inevitably going to be good. But I feel like the budget cards have been trashed from a hype perspective, like this entire season, right? Like I just really feel like this set really wasn't that good regardless. But like Andre Karolinko wasn't a budget card, so you can't consider that. Fernandez was good, but then you look at like Elemental, Like, yeah, Gunmanson was okay, but he was like almost 100K when he came out. Kuzma was like 50, but he was good. You know what I mean? Cool. Uh, Out of position had some decent budget cards for sure. I mean, once again, Ilgauskas wasn't a budget card. Like, Ingles is pretty solid and Hito's good, but that's about it. Interdimensional, like, yeah, there's some decent cards here, but nobody that plays a position that you really need, you know, outside of like KPJ and Bonga. So it's like, I feel like the budget cards this season have been straight up trash. You know, in comparison, like High Res was like a kind of a trash set, but at least like Diop was good for the time. Poku was good for the time. You know, they could still usable, but they were good enough. You know, like Ricky Davis was like a buyout at least, but you know, now we're in the trenches. So let's start by looking at Yao, dude. There's gonna be a lot of Yaos up. Like I said, maybe you'll be able to get a Yao that's like relatively cheap tonight, but for the most part, I feel like Yao's still going to be 300 or 400K at the absolute minimum. Hopefully I'm wrong about that, but I don't think I am. I've just played this game for like far too long. And I know how this goes. New version of card comes out. Everyone sells their version of card, right? And then, you know, card kind of drops in price that first night. And then the next day, people open packs, they realize it's impossible to pull the card, and then the card's like previous version goes up in price. This happens every single time. We see it with Giannis about 5 times a year, you know, so it's not exactly shocking. So, you know, not exactly stoked for this. Ben Simmons will be a lot cheaper. There's still people running Ben Simmons like that. I mean, not really, to be honest. Like, most people kind of gave up on Ben Simmons in favor of like other point guards at this stage. So does this affect anyone specifically, their price? I would say no. The reason I say that is because you were either using Yao or you didn't have Yao. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't affecting the price of like Will Chamberlain. Basically, this new Yao isn't replacing anybody in like the best cards or the best lineup you can make, or even like top tier lineups, because top tier lineups quite literally just had Yao. So they're just swapping one Yao out for the other. So he's not really affecting anyone's prices. Like, if it's going to affect anyone, it'll be like, I don't know, maybe Sabonis. But if you're running Sabonis, like, there's, you know, you probably already had Yao, or you don't have the MT for Yao. So I don't know. Ben Simmons, I'm sure, will affect the price of quite a few people. Like, people won't be using Ron Artest anymore. Like, Luka may take a hit due to Ben Simmons existing. Other big point guards, like, I don't know, man. There's really not that many big point guards. Honestly, like, I just feel like this game is it's rough, man. What about the budget cards? Any of the budget cards going to, like, affect anyone's price point? Looking through them, I mean, Josh Jackson could sneakily affect the price of like some more budget-friendly like shooting guards, I guess. But Tyson Chandler, I think, would be the one that may affect the price of some of the big men, like guys like Mo Bamba, like Hero Mo Bamba, and Peter Goodmanson. These are guys that could be affected by Tyson Chandler, because I think Tyson Chandler is going to be a lot better than people realize for sure, especially if he can shoot. But Jalen Rose may affect the price of some point guards out there as well. Like, maybe like your Ron Artest. Like, Ron Artest probably won't be quite as coveted, because I think Jalen Rose is going to bring you a lot of what Ron Artest does, like those defensive tendencies. But still, Luol Deng, Gerald Wallace, Michael Redd, Markelle Fultz, Xavier McDaniels, Hassan Whiteside, they're not doing anything to the price. And these are the guys that you're going to actually pull. Like, let's be real. Let's keep it 100 here, as the children said in 2013. Rough. Anyways, you know, I'm going to open some packs, but let's get right into the news. So I just started a new position today. Cool. Hooray. Insert claps. I will be dropping videos later because of this. Obviously, I can't record stuff at 10 a.m. because I'm like literally going to be at work. So all the videos that I drop are going to be coming out way later in the day. Still dropping them, but like I said, later in the day, like at like this time, right around now, you know. I mean, if you watch this in like 2 hours from when it drops, it doesn't really make sense, but you know, right around early evening is when they'll be dropping. Same with streams and stuff like that. So, you know, still going to be uploading and streaming at the same kind of regularity that I'm doing it right now. It's just going to be at different times, so I'll keep you guys posted. But anyways, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night off. have a good night, you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, evening. So, peace.